Expecting Justice, we are a collective impact effort based in San Francisco that is focused on improving birth outcomes for Black and Pacific Islander communities.
Who knows the community better than we do? Who is better to serve this community than we are? Many people don't realize this, but here in San Francisco, Black and Pacific Islander women have a significantly more risk of maternal mortality, infant mortality, and pregnancy complications than other people. And people also don't realize that this risk is primarily due to racism, both structural racism and the racism that birthing people and mothers experience when they're interacting with physicians and other medical providers.
One of the focus areas of Expecting Justice is economic access. And through economic access, we've created a program that's called the Abundant Birth Project, or ABP for short. And ABP is a pregnancy income supplement pilot that is geared towards improving birth outcomes by using an unconditional cash supplement model to ensure that we are putting out interventions and solutions that are focused on getting rid of preterm birth, but really centered around racial equity and anti-racism practices while doing that.
San Francisco was a tale of two cities. Yes, it is true that the Bay is beautiful. Yes, it is true that San Francisco is amazing. And yes, it is very, very true that people are suffering here. And again, I cannot get away from the racism that exists here. And so being a Black woman, I have learned to really center myself in all of me, to occupy these spaces to make change for our communities. Where are we on our way to? Having my first son right when I turned 23, I did everything that people told me to do. I went to college, I had my bachelor's degree, I had amassed whatever success that was, and then I still found myself buried under a mountain of student loan debt. I still couldn't afford to live in San Francisco by myself, and I most certainly could not take care of my son the way in which he deserved and the way that I wanted to. I am a proud daughter, a proud mother, a proud wife. I am a believer. I am thoughtful. My hope is that Expecting Justice will continue to tell the truth, continue to eliminate the barriers faced by Black and Pacific Islander women. And I wish that I would have understood that when I had my first child, because there was this feeling of, oh my goodness, I got pregnant. What am I going to do?
I grew up in this community. We were on welfare. We had Section 8, and as a kid, you couldn't get me to say that. You couldn't get me to utter those words. But because of the programs that we had in our community to help and support us, my parents were able to sustain us. It's not really about where you are right now, it's where you want to go. And if that means that you need this extra money, or you need, those food stamps, or you need that Section 8 or public housing voucher, like, use that as your launching pad and don't let that define you.
At the Abundant Birth Project, we really believe that we know what it takes for our communities to be their healthiest and best selves. And the Abundant Birth Project is an opportunity to actually develop and design the first pregnancy income supplement in the U.S. And this summer, we're so excited to be actually engaging in a really innovative and creative co-collaborative process to actually design and build the Abundant Birth Project and all the ins and outs of what it's gonna be. And the next generation is expecting justice. So I think it's on us to actually create something that works for us, and I'm hoping you all can join us.